Happy Sunday! How is everyone doing? Hopefully you all are having a great and wonderful weekend. If not, have no worries. Tomorrow is a brand new day and next weekend is a brand new weekend. Alright, so please let me know, or I rather should say, hopefully wait until the end of this video. I ended up getting a new microphone. Yes, say goodbye to my blue waffle? Not waffle. Blue Yeti that I ended up having for over 10 years now. I did buy another Blue Yeti, but I guess maybe like an updated version of a Blue Yeti. I honestly, I really do believe it was the microphone, because I would get these like sharp little static little pinches here and there. A lot of you all have been telling me it's getting worse and worse over the months, so it's more than likely the microphone. Hopefully it's very much fixed with this one. I ended up just recorded myself for 10 minutes saying a bunch of random gibberish, and I ended up listening to myself for 10 minutes with a whole bunch of random gibberish, and it sounds a lot better. But if this microphone turns out to be another dud, or maybe I need to spend like $500 on a what are they called? The same one that Joe Rogan uses, the Shure. I believe it's Shure. Fairly expensive, but #1 podcasting microphone. If this one turns out to be a dud, well then I gotta spend some bling bling on some pod equipment. Okay, so today's going to be a very interesting pod topic video, so make sure to sit back, relax. Hopefully you're not doing something strenuous by listening to me. By all means, if you are driving right now and listening to this pod episode, please be safe. I tend to do a lot of podcast listening while I drive also, so I can understand. Just please, just pay attention to the road. And hopefully you're not like playing RuneScape at all. Oh boy. We really do need self-driving vehicles more than anything. That's going to be pretty awesome. Okay, so this week I have had two friends come back to the realm of RuneScape that have been off RuneScape for many, many years. One of my friends ended up coming back that has not been on this game since 2014. And the other one, I believe, 2015 or 16. Both of them are on old school RuneScape, and they are very much overwhelmed. So we're going to be talking about, is old school RuneScape becoming RuneScape 3, not in the sense of microtransactions. So hopefully you don't really get misled by the title, although I may add in like non-microtransaction title as well. Is old school RuneScape becoming like RuneScape 3 in the sense that there is so much to do, it is overwhelming for returning players that have taken a very long break from the game? You tend to see a lot of RuneScape 3 players that haven't played in a very long time, or maybe haven't played before like RuneScape 3 went like haywire around 2000 and really 2015. RuneScape 3 just really dived into microtransactions, which is a little unfortunate. And it pretty much just completely just shifted the game entirely. But if you were playing RuneScape 3 when EOC was first installed, 2013, even 2014, RuneScape 3 was still very much popping because it really wasn't very heavily microtransaction based. But if you were to play around that time frame and then essentially stop playing, and then you come back right now, you're going to be overwhelmed on RuneScape 3. And the chances that you go on old school RuneScape goes up significantly. Because you really think, hey, you know, okay, I haven't played RuneScape 3 in 10 years. maybe I should dive into something a little more simple like old school RuneScape. But what if, hypothetically, you stop playing old school RuneScape around 2013-14, and you return, and it's like, whoa, what is all of this stuff? What are raids? What the hell is Zia? Both of my friends pretty much asked me that. They're like, dude, what is Zia? Okay, brothers, we got a lot to talk about. Oh, yeah, a lot of stuff has happened in the last 10 years. You basically pretty much just completely feel lost. Lost in updates. You don't know where to really start. You may very well look at, like, this roadmap for 2025 and say, okay, a new skill is coming out. That's pretty cool. But what the hell is Varlamore? What the hell is Dead Man Mode? What the hell is Blood Moon Rises? This sounds like 7 Days to Die in a way. What is all this stuff? So, really think about this. Back in 2013, 2007 launched, aka Old School RuneScape. Obviously, by 2014, 2007 got renamed to Old School RuneScape. If you have been playing Old School RuneScape since this period, you're probably very much going to remember. It was really around September that a lot of things really became a little more clear that, hey, Old School RuneScape is going to be taking a hard turn away from the path of RuneScape 3. RuneScape 3 and obviously Old School RuneScape is still going forward, but instead of really being parallel, they're taking kind of like a separation. And a separation means you got no microtransactions on Old School RuneScape. Thank you, Lord. You got no double EXP live extravaganzas. That is actually really good in my opinion. I did actually do a lot of gains this past double EXP live on RS3. 110 rune crafting, 110 crafting. But still, I mean, hey, that's a good thing. Keep it totally separate of microtransactions. Yes, you can real world trade, aka buy bonds. So I mean, you could theoretically buy GP, but otherwise, bonus EXP, double EXP, like weekends, 10 days of double EXP, non-existent. But Nightmare Zone was definitely the first thing that really shook, like, stuff up. And a lot of people, I mean, I am definitely not a hater of Nightmare Zone at all. Both of my friends, or actually, no, not this. Zia, yes. I had to explain Zia to both my friends. My one friend, knew what Nightmare Zone was. The other one did not. So, Nightmare Zone for people that are returning, that haven't played this in a while, or maybe you just never played Old School RuneScape to begin with, it's going to really be significantly a strong ally. Is it the equivalent of being at, like, Rock Crabs AFKing, or being at Bandits AFKing? In my opinion, it's actually really much better. I did a lot of AFKing at Nightmare Zone for my 99s. 99 combats. I mean, in Nightmare Zone, no pun intended, it is a great name. Oh, yes. But significantly, it really is good. It was really around, I want to say, though, I think around mid 2014, we just got a slew of, like, new updates. You got the Motherlode Mine, and as all these updates came out, Old School RuneScape and RS3 moved further and further and further away from each other. Now RuneScape 3 and Old School RuneScape is too, like, you can't even compare them. It's beyond apples and oranges. it's like it's like having an apple and also having a piece of like ribeye steak. That's how much different they are. It's like animal protein versus plant protein. Now, the good question is which one is the animal protein and which one is the plant protein. That's definitely going to stir up a lot of people's frustration, especially for animal protein lovers, including myself. But I mean, you all pretty much get what I'm saying. It is so uncomparable. You can't even compare RS3 to anything. I mean, you can't even compare RuneScape 3 to 2004scape. It's just entirely different. It's just everything about it. So, my one friend is having a lot of updates to look at. Especially if you didn't even do, like, it's, just think of it this way. Imagine if you are a PVMer and you were to stop playing old school RuneScape 2014. Obviously, the Corporal Beast, Iron Man mode, yes, obviously that. But the amount of new PVM in the game, like Zora, on top of being Zora, I mean, you got, of course, all the the wieldy bosses on that as well. You got Deadman mode. The list just goes on and on and on and on. The EOC, what the hell is this? What is the EOC? EOC is finally here. One of the biggest things. Bring you updates. What the hell? To get started with EOC, I honestly don't even know what this is, but I don't have the time right now to really dive into it. That's pretty funny. I saw the oh, it's April 1st. It's an April Fool's joke. Okay, well, shit, you got me in 2025. Monkey Madness 2. Let's see, what else? Last Man Standing. Hardcore Iron. Yeah, so there is so much that for a returning old school RuneScape player, it feels just lost. Dragon Slayer 2, I remember doing Dragon Slayer. Man, this feels like yesterday. Yeah, that just blows my mind looking at some of these events. 2018 really does feel like yesterday. Holy bananas. Song of the Elves, I remember when that quest came out. I have not done it yet. And then, to even, like, if you did not play old school RuneScape in 5 years, the amount of updates that you are missing is just crazy. Just, it's unbelievable. Absolutely just crazy. Desert Treasure 2. Unbelievable. The amount of updates that we've had so far this year. It's unbelievable. The point that I'm making is that people that stopped playing RuneScape, aka RuneScape 3, around 2013, 2014, and now they're coming back to 2025 RS3, it is very much the same as if you stopped playing old school RuneScape 2013 and 14, and then you come back to old school RuneScape and you're like, what has happened? There's so many overwhelming updates. And it's unbelievable that we actually play a game where it's like, just, we're in the Matrix. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's really scary. Oh man, the Matrix, the RuneScape Matrix. It's real. Oh, do I believe that it's a bad thing? Or rather, let me ask you all, and also myself this. Do you all believe it's a bad thing that we have so many updates on this game? I really don't believe it's bad. Because that means that for those of you that are returning, you got a lot of fun stuff to do. And don't get me wrong, like, it could very well be overwhelming, but there's a lot of really fun things to do on old school RuneScape that wasn't around 10 years ago. And I mean, hey, if your thing is RS3, Well, there's a lot more stuff to do on RuneScape 3 than there was 10 years ago. I really do love RuneScape, and RuneScape really is my favorite game. I don't have a favorite variation because I just love playing all of them. 2004 Scape, RS3, old school RuneScape. But at least we have a company that is putting a lot of time and effort to constantly do updates. A lot of people get very much frustrated on Blizzard because what Blizzard will do is they'll go ahead and release like 20 updates on one day. As for Jagex, they span out their updates, which keeps the game just rock and rolling. It really does. And I'm tremendously looking forward to sailing. I know a lot of you all think I'm batshit crazy because I've talked to a lot of you and you're like, I really don't want a new skill in the game. But then again, a lot of people I've talked to also are rocking max capes. So, okay, I can understand that. But I've lost my max cape on RuneScape 3, I believe like 5 times now. So, I mean, well, shit, just it's one more thing to do. At least we don't have 120s on old school RuneScape just yet. Because if you gotta get sailing to 120, that's a different story. That's a different story. That's actually a much bigger different story. But I'll go ahead and say this. If you are a returning player after many, many years, I would definitely read the wiki and I would go over like each update just one at a time and be like, okay, you know, I'm self-aware that let's say that you're a returning RuneScape player and you miss all of 2024. You start with Children of the Sun, the Scythe and Fang updates, and just, you know, go through each update and educate yourself on which each update and what each and every single one does, and say, okay, yeah, you know, sure, I kind of really get it. It's very unfortunate though, because a lot of people come back and they get discouraged and then they just, hey, see ya, I can't deal with this right now. And that is really a negative thing, and it is really somewhat discouraging to really think that so many updates would actually do that to people. The main thing that I would love to hear from you all is, do you think old school RuneScape is very much becoming like RS3 in the sense of just a assload of updates? But like I said, I mean, are the updates good? Are they bad? I honestly think updates are definitely good. Unless we start getting crappy updates. But, I mean, we have a developer team that's very much focused on polling people. And this is where, like, polls are very important. I've been voting constantly on polls because you gotta give you gotta give Jagex like feedback. And it's kind of humorous because, like, hypothetically if a poll did not like get as many no or yes votes, and let's say Jagex installed something and the population freaked out, well, they're going to come back and say, hey, we polled you guys and we got this data. Why didn't you vote? Yes, you got it. You got to vote. It's your right. You got to vote. Even though I don't agree with what the sailing cape is going to look like, I honestly do feel that the sailing cape could have came out to be a little better and stuff. Where is it? AFK timers and more. Sailing. I had the sailing cape on here. For some reason I thought I did. But anyways, I mean, hey, the sailing cape that's going to be for the 99, it's not something that I wanted, but still, it is what it is. At least you voted, right? Otherwise, I think this pretty much wraps up today's pod episode. I did ask you guys in a couple polls on YouTube questionnaires. For those of you that did vote, I really appreciate it. It really does seem like the want for 2004scape videos are definitely not there. Maybe when 2004scape, aka Lost City, does a lot of updates relatively soon. Or maybe I just gotta go ahead and do something out of the norm, like maybe go PKing on 2004scape. Maybe I should be doing something like that. We'll see though. But I am going to try to release one 2004scape per week because people still want to see that content. However, a lot of you all really want to see old school RuneScape content, so the vast majority of content is going to be podding for old school RuneScape and also short old school RuneScape little piffy videos. Still going to be uploading RuneScape 3 videos here and there, but definitely not as much as old school RuneScape content, so have no fear. There's obviously a lot of new updates that's going to be coming out soon for old school RuneScape, especially sailing. And I mean, if I fall in love with doing sailing, well, you might have a sailor on your hands. NightmareRH, the seamen. Oh, we're going to be seamen. Alright, let me know down below if you think that like I said, old school RuneScape is becoming RS3 in the sense of updates. Otherwise, I truly, really do truly do love you all so much. And let me know also if this new microphone is actually better in the sense of audio-wise. If you guys want to check out more podcast episodes, this playlist will be the top pinned comment for The Last of Us. Make sure to definitely check that out as well. And also, if you know anyone out there suffering with any type of kidney-related issues as well, definitely check out my polycystic kidney disease playlist. I've been following a low-carb style diet for the last year and a half-ish. And I ended up halting my disease, which is unreal. I was eating way too much sugar. So if you know anyone out there with kidney-related issues, definitely please spread awareness that sugar plays a very big role in your health. It is absolutely disgusting how much sugar we eat. Yes, it is awesome and sexy to eat sugar. Actually, no, it's not. The feeling of sugar is pretty awesome, but it's not good to eat. You gotta cut that shit out. Otherwise, if you are a zombie fan, definitely check out my book, Vito, on Amazon. I love you all. Might upload a new video tomorrow. If not, definitely on Tuesday. Otherwise, later.